Hey, John, thanks for doing this. Obviously, we saw it was reported that Jesse Bobbitt had been named the interim DC for the time being. Is he expected to be the head coach for the bowl game?
Yeah, Coach Bobbitt will be the interim head coach for the bowl game.
Have you been has he confirmed other staff that's going to remain on for the bowl game, or is that still being worked out?
Yeah, from the conversations that I've had, the staff will remain intact for the bowl game.
And then, what's kind of the message to the players, obviously, with a lot of distractions, but still the opportunity to go play in a bowl game? And what's kind of the message on focusing on that?
Yeah, so that I've had a lot of contact with the leadership group of the team. We've got more meetings to come. Um, this is just that. My obligation is to the student athletes and put them in the best position to compete at a high level here when we have the opportunity, and for them to use this as an opportunity. They did some tremendous work throughout the season. They have a lot to be proud of for that. And here's an opportunity to capitalize on that on a national stage and go and compete with your teammates and your brothers and put an exclamation point on the season. So that's the goal.
As a reminder, if you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll call on you. Next up, Grady Glover. Go ahead, Grady.
Hey there. Was just wondering with the way that a lot of schools have declined bowl games for various circumstances with the head coaching change. Was there ever a thought to pull out of this bowl game? Was it ever brought up to a player vote, or was that never on the table?
Again, my obligation is to the student athletes. That's what we're here for, to give them opportunities to compete and represent our institution. And so, we had conversations with them. We've gotten input from them, and I, every inclination that I have is that they're excited about the opportunity and ready to go compete with their brothers.
Sounds good.
Next up, from the spokesman, Greg Woods. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey John, what does the head coaching search kind of look like right now, and like what is the candidate pool looking like?
Yeah, thanks, Greg. So we've engaged with CSA Search and Consulting as a representative to help formalize and the logistics with our search. This is still obviously a great spot to be. There's a lot of interest, a lot of great conversations going on, and we're moving forward with them. So appreciate their assistance in the process.
What kind of timeline are you hoping to kind of establish with the coaching search?
Yeah, there's a sense of urgency to it. Obviously, we want to get the right leader in place. But so we're moving at an appropriate pace there, understanding we've got to have a sense of urgency. So I'm not going to necessarily pinpoint a timeline, but again, this is obviously high priority for us right now, and we're acting with a sense of urgency as such.
Next up, Andrew Quinn. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, John, with this being kind of your first go around leading a coaching search yourself, what is maybe the one or two characteristics that you think the next Cougar head coach should embody?
Yeah, I appreciate the question. I mean, while I have the opportunity here to be the interim, obviously I have been a part of searches in the past, and leaning on that. And this is a pretty collaborative process with a lot of different individuals, and so we're weighing all of those things. One thing for certain that we do know that we need to find in this leader is somebody that can understand the X's and O's as well as be a total CEO of the program moving forward, understanding that you're setting these student athletes up not just for football, but the classroom and life beyond football as well. And so a complete total characteristic approach, character builder approach as well. And so obviously there's a number of different criteria that we want to focus on, but somebody that can lead these young men into multi phases of life.
And following up on that, just with everything that's happened this week, I mean, obviously it's probably fallen on you a lot to be there for these student athletes. I wonder what that process has been like. I'm sure there was some shock, and maybe can you take us inside about what some of your conversations have been like, and with the state of WSU football moving forward?
Yeah, good question. I mean, obviously it's been a fast-paced couple of days, but it's really kind of been a head down mentality. We've got a great group of staff that have been fully engaged throughout the weekend and making sure that our student athletes are supported in every facet that we can. We've had contact, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, with the team. We've had contact with those that had committed to address them, make sure that they understand that we're here for them, and just be completely tuned in with not only our student athletes and our staff, but stakeholders and others. Just gather as much feedback as we can, but feel really good about a couple weeks and where we sit right now.
Next up, Ian. Go ahead, Ian.
Hi, John. A couple things a little deeper into the search. One, is previous head coaching experience something you're looking for at whatever level? And number two, have you had some coaches reach out to you already about the job? Maybe some guys that are former coaches or what have you. What kind of interest have you had from the outside?
An incredible amount of interest. It just solidifies how important WSU is in the collegiate athletic landscape. So a lot of really great interest. I think we're in a spot right now that we're looking at all sorts of different criteria and making sure that we're viewing this in a holistic approach, and not necessarily one particular mold. The industry has changed at a pretty rapid pace, and so we need to be able to think creatively and lean on the experience that we do have. So yeah, a lot of tremendous interest. Feel pretty good about the conversations that we're having.
And one follow-up real quick in regards to, we live in this world now of everything's about the money. What has President Cantwell told you about the coaching salary pool? Will it increase from where it was previously, or will it have to stay the same within her budget?
Yeah, good question. So we're obviously working through those processes now and solidifying a lot of that information. But President Cantwell is we understand that we're out there trying to create dynamic revenues and getting as much support externally as we can, and getting several different folks involved. So we want to make sure that this coach is in the right spot to be successful moving forward. Program's important. It's important to the institution. We want to make sure that we support the coach in a way that reflects that moving forward.
As a reminder, if you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll call on you. Andrew Quinn, go ahead.
John, with Coach Bobbitt, why was he the choice to be the interim head coach? And do you possibly see him as a potential candidate for the full-time head coach job, or has he already been in contact with Coach Rogers about moving forward to Iowa State?
Yeah, Coach Bobbitt, I leaned on him as the interim just because of what I've observed over the course of the season, both in practice and just conversations that we've had and watched during games, pre-games, post-games. I just think he carries himself with a lot of character, and I think really highly of him. And again, was reflecting on how do we put ourselves in the best position to compete here in the next couple of weeks at a high level, and was happy when he was open to those discussions. As far as his future, I know he's been in conversations with Coach Rogers. I don't want to speak on his behalf there, but I do know there's been conversations there with him.
Next up, Greg Woods. Go ahead, Greg.
I guess a follow-up to the follow-up. If with Jesse going to Iowa State potentially, would you have any worry about him potentially, trying to recruit players to go there, or kind of where is that on your mind?
Yeah, good question, but I think that that's just the nature of where we are as an industry. There is ample opportunity to communicate with players, and obviously there's existing relationships there. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do with that. But again, I just reiterate, sometimes what gets lost in this is opportunities for student athletes, and the focus has been trying to complete this season and allow the student athletes that are here that are Cougs to compete for a bowl game win. And my focus has been on creating the best environment to keep that group together and galvanized, and go do that and try and chase another W.
Again, if you have a question, raise your hand and we'll call on you. Grady Glover, go ahead. Great.
Well, yep.
Go ahead, Grady.
Yep. Was just wondering, this obviously got thrown on as just another thing for you and Elizabeth Cantwell to worry about. Where does this leave the permanent athletic director search, and kind of where is that at right now?
Yeah, good question. To be honest with you, the focus over the last couple of days have just been obviously on the head football coach search. So I haven't even had time to process that necessarily. Just trying to make sure again that this group is engaged and we find the right leader moving forward for the football program. And that's just where we are.
Next up, Jamie Bennett. Go ahead, Jamie.
Jon, is there an outline of kind of what the schedule will look like for the next couple of weeks, just with regards to the bowl, kind of in terms of practices, and then when you guys will travel out to Boise?
Yeah, I think Bill will help communicate that out to the group or send that out once we have that finalized. We got some more discussions with the team this evening. I know that the staff that's remaining, there's a plan for that, and I believe we leave on Thursday the 18th to head to the bowl game. But yeah, the staff has that plan intact, and I think Bill can share that out with y'all.
Next up, Greg Woods. Go ahead, Greg.
On the AD search, I believe you said in a previous interview that you had a timeline of like April or so to get that position filled. Is that still the plan, or how does the kind of coaching change things?
Yeah, good question, Greg. I think we're still on the same timeline that we were previously, but again, my focus has been less about the search with that, more about just doing the activities that the role requires and making sure that our student athletes are best supported and our coaches and our staff. So my focus has just been perform the role at the highest level, and then we'll go from there when there's a more formal opportunity moving forward.
Andrew Quinn, go ahead.
Jon, going back to the bowl game, I know there was a lot of uncertainty about where you guys would end up, but now going to Boise, not too far away, definite Cougar contingent could be there, and a large Cougar contingent. I guess just how excited are you to maybe see a sea of red down there on the blue for this game?
Yeah, does it get any better than that? I mean, in my opinion, it really doesn't. Here's another opportunity to play meaningful football in late December and allow the Cougar faithfuls that have traveled across the country all year and shown out at a high level, and for our group that's here to go out and compete in front of them and give them something to be proud of, which I have no doubts that they will. So it's another great opportunity. You love football at this time of year, so we're excited.